for that, but I'm too stupid. Okay, and okay, YouTube works. So yes, also welcome. Welcome now also on YouTube. This works. Let me put on the focus. Here we go. So what are we talking about today? Today I want to encourage you to come to Germany for 9 days or shorter. So that's the basic idea. So I started my tours, of course, in person, right? When I started this 15 years ago, there were no Zoom, and nobody used Zoom. And then Zoom just came up because of the pandemic, which in one case I have to confess was good for me because more people get to know me. But I want to go back to do more yeah to do more in-person tours, right? This doesn't mean that I will stop the Zoom tours. I will still doing that, but I want to do more in-person tours because it's a little bit different, right? When you walk together, interact together, small groups, and that's what I want to do. So let me first, please allow me to show you um, a short video that you can find on YouTube. Here we go. I have to share. Give me a second. Here it is. So, Safari video. Oh, that's it. Ah, yes, because I'm. Oh, that's funny. I show my. I will show you now a YouTube video, which while I'm also live streaming on YouTube. That's funny. Is that also a Matrix glitch? So normally it should pop up like the first video when you get on it, but now that's crazy. What can I? I hear this. Hear this.
Come and visit Germany, a place so interesting and full of history like no other. I want to take you on a 9 days tour trip to Germany in different places where we will hear the history of Jehovah's Witnesses. We will visit the capital, Berlin, have also a beer tour there. But we will visit places like Sachsenhausen, like Ravensbrück, like the Way on the Death March, and hear these encouraging stories. And while doing this, we will be also in places like the Baltic Sea, like Hamburg, like Berlin, and understand the thinking of the people here. So come to Germany with me on a tour, get encouraged, get to know the people, the brothers, the sisters in 2025.
Yeah. So that's the idea. That's the idea that I want now to show you. So, I love to work with Google Maps. So that's the thing. We have Berlin here on the right side, and we will stay the whole time in the northern part of Germany. So we will visit Berlin. I will show you sightseeing stuff. I will show you the history of Jehovah's Witnesses. I will show you God's name. We will have, if you want, a beer tour. So this means that we will visit different kind of pubs, and I will tell the story of that pub and of course of that kind of beer. So it's not to getting drunk. Now it's about tasting, like whiskey tasting. You go to Scotland, in Germany you do a beer tasting. Then we will go here to Sachsenhausen to the concentration camp. Then we will go to Ravensbrück to the concentration camp. Then we will go to the Memorial of the Death March. So you will hear the history of these 230 Jehovah's Witnesses who survived. We will also go to the place where they got liberated in Schwerin. Then we go to the Baltic Sea, Lübeck, a very, very nice old city, Hamburg, a port city, very interesting. And then to the highlands where my parents live, and then back to Berlin. So the idea of that tour is that you get cities, Berlin, Hamburg, big cities. You got History of Jehovah's Witnesses in two concentration camps, but you also got lakes, you got landscapes, you got the Baltic Sea, and you got the highlands because my parents live in the highlands. So what I try is to show you in these few days different places in Germany focus with the Jehovah's Witnesses history. So it is fun, it is educating, and it's encouraging. That's the idea of that whole tour that I want to show you. I have also a map of whole Germany that I would like to show you so you will understand where we will be. So you see, we will stay the whole time in the northern part of Germany. For example, here in the south is Munich, and here where Frankfurt is the branch. That's basically very easy and very fast telling you the things. So again, in Berlin, sightseeing, history, beer and food. It depends when you want to come. Could be a Philharmony, to visit the Philharmony, or to go to different museums like the old museum, the new museum that we will talk about, the Egyptian time, the Greek time, the Roman time. In Sachsenhausen, I will tell you that in Sachsenhausen was a kingdom hall, in Sachsenhausen was a preaching territory, in Sachsenhausen was a branch, and the people get baptized as Jehovah's Witnesses. In Ravensbrück, we will talk about sisters like Pötzinger. 50% also there. There was a time where Jehovah's Witnesses, so about 500. We talk about 500 female Jehovah's Witnesses in that camp. And about the death march, we go to this forest, to the last place, and also maybe in Hamburg we can go to a Philharmony. Everything depends when you want to come. And my goal is to do this in a way that, or other way, my goal is to offer this use in three different ways. Where I got this picture. Oh, I can't find it right now. So I was in the video. So I want to offer a budget tour, a luxury tour, and a bus tour. What's the budget tour? The budget tour, we will do everything with a train, which means you can't take a huge baggage. So it's really for people who can travel with small packages because you have to carry this. We will walk a lot. So, and that's the cheapest way to travel. We will get also as cheap as possible the hotels. Of course, I will not take a hotel where there will be bugs and stuff like that, right? Don't worry about that. I will sleep in the same place as you will, so some kind of hygiene is needed. But still, I would try as cheap as possible. That's the budget tour. And in the budget tool, we also don't have a lot of possibility to be flexible, right? Because we can only go there where the train is going, right? And sometimes we have to walk a lot because for the Museum of the Death March, the next train station is more than 10 kilometers away. So we have to walk 2 hours, for example, to get there. But then it's the cheapest one. Then we have the luxury tour. The luxury tour and the budget tour, there is in the theory, no limit of how many can join. Personally, yes, the more join, the more money I make. But personally, I don't want more than 15, 20. Because if it's more than 20, 25, it's getting very blah. And please imagine to organize 25 people in a train and then not get lost and not miss this. So yes, I will make less money, but I say 15 would be great. 15, not more. That's much easier to organize that. Of course, if there will be one or two more, okay. But I don't like to do this with 30 or 40 people. This will be I will need a month of holidays after that. So that's the budget tour, the train tour. The luxury tour, there's a limited amount of people, 7. That's it. So luxury tour means I will rent a car, a bus car for 7 for 8 people, me as a driver. I drive it and I'm the whole time yours. And we're very flexible. We can change things. And it's maximum 7 people, not more. But then it's also the most expensive, right? We will use different hotels than on the budget tour, a little bit better one, but we will use the same hotels like in the third idea of the tour. It's a bus tour. The bus tour is this typical American 40 people in a huge bus. I don't know why you like that. I know my parents forced me once to do that. I was, man, this is horrible. I'm not. But then, September, there was a group of Jehovah's Witnesses, more than 40 people. And I enjoyed it because I was the tour guide. So 40 people did a Europe tour and they hired me for 3 days as a tour guide in Berlin. So we've been Berlin, Sachsenhausen, the Death March, and this was very, very, very interesting. So I learned, hey, I can do this. I'm able, I can do that. So that's the third tour. So 40 people in one huge bus, and then it's easier to organize. And it's the most stressful tour for me, but it's also the tour the most money I make because that's the most people, right? That's but yeah. What's my favorite? I like all of them. I like travel with a train. I like to make it very small and 7 people and be very personal, right? It's if there are 40 people, you don't really get engaged with everybody. If there's 7, that's pretty cool. That's really, really cool. But I like also this 40 because I did this and it was pretty fun. It was fun and you get to know more people. So these are the 3 tours. Um, and the luxury tour, the so-called luxury tour, that has also one advance because we have, oh man, I can I delete that? Because I made some notes on Tuesday and now I see I did not delete the notes and there's a lot of writings and crazy stuff. How can I delete that? Can I delete that? It looks like I can't delete that. Okay, don't care. Okay, I'll still show you that. The difference between the luxury tour and all the other tours is because we have a bus and I'm driving that small, not bus, car. Um, so the difference is between here, this place, Neuruppin. Only with a 7 people tour we can do that. Why? So the witnesses went on the death march from Sachsenhausen to the north, and they went through Neuruppin. And in Neuruppin, they have to sleep in a barn. And I found that barn. That barn don't exist anymore, but the place belonged to witnesses at that time, and it still belongs to Jehovah's Witnesses. So we became friends, and they said, every time when you come with a group, come on, get in. We give you a coffee, and I will show you pictures about that barn where Jehovah's Witnesses yeah, slept that night. And of course, we can't visit them with 40 people. But if you are 7, then we can do this. So, and the luxury tour also is that you have one specific interesting place more than all the other tours, but it's just because of logistic. It's not because I want to say, hey, the other are not, just because of logistic. Because when we do the train and other one, it's impossible. It's 40 people first, and with the train, it's too complicated. So that's also difference. What dates we can do that? You decide. When is the best date for you? So of course, not Memorial time and not the 2, 3 weeks before Memorial because it's campaign. That's, I think, makes sense. Um, Not during my convention. My convention is the first weekend of July, and at least not 1 week before the convention because I also want to join the campaign, right? So that's the and then when I will have CO visit or whatever, and assemblies also will I would say sorry guys, not possible. CO visit, assembly much more important. But on Tuesday we decided already on some dates that works. So if you want to write it down, the earliest possible time would be between 15th of April and 6th of May. So the tour is 9 days. So we can decide in that time. 15th of April and 6th of May is the earliest time that I'm available, and that also makes sense. I'm available in January and February, but I will not recommend to come in January, February to Germany. It's cold, it's wet, it's not nice, it's not fun. So if you say, no, we love that, okay, come, but I would not recommend that, right? And also, we have already end of November. If you say I want to come in, I think the later you buy a plane ticket, the more expensive it gets. So yeah, so I think the earliest time is 15th of April to 6th of May, and that time would be also a very, very special time. Why? Because that's the time where the death march happened. The death march was from the 20th of April to the 3rd of May. And next year is the 80th anniversary. So this could be interesting. There will be definitely some events, and then we would join these events. So this could be an interesting thing. If you say, okay, this is a special, there will be, for 99.9%, there will be no Jehovah's Witness who is still alive because it's 80 years ago, right? And even if the youngest was 20, he would be now 100. And will this 100 years old brother able to go to that forest and join an event? I don't think so. Right? So there are no really survivors anymore, but there will be definitely events made by the museum and whatever. So this could be a very, very interesting idea. I would definitely join these events. Doesn't matter if I would do a tour or not, I would definitely join. So 15th of April to 6th of May, in between that. The next date that is interesting is 15th of June to 25th of June. And that's specific that time. So there's no negotiation about earlier or later. Earlier, yes, but not, yeah, 1 or 2 days yet. But it has to be at least until the 25th of June. Why? Because if you decide to come to join the tour from 15th of June to 26th of June, then on the 24th of June, you will take part on a very special event when in Berlin will be erected a 4-meter high statue as a memorial for Jehovah's Witnesses. So this will happen on the 24th of June, and I have to be there. So if somebody were to come at that time, 24th of June, we will be in Berlin, no matter what. I want to be on there because, come on, do you know another country where you have a 4-meter high statue to remember Jehovah's Witnesses? We have to be there. So the idea is to offer 2 dates in this time. So 15th of June to 25th of June, or 22nd of June to 2nd of July. So then we will start with Berlin and this memorial and then do the tour. Or the other date will be we start different and then finish in Berlin. So 22nd of June to 2nd of July. And the 2nd of July is definitely also the last day because 4th of July I have convention. So I can't do longer. Definitely, right? So 15th of June to 25th of June or 22nd of June to 2nd of July. That's the ideas. And everything after that, you're free. So for example, I got a message 2 days ago. There was a sister who wrote me, hey, we are 6 people. We want to do this luxury tour. We want to be alone. Is it possible? Do we need a 7th person? I said nope. 6 is also okay. It's enough for me to pay everything. So, and they said we want to come in October. Okay, no problem. So that's already a close group. They will come October. Now we will discuss when October. So if you, for example, say I want to do this luxury tour and we are 7 people or 6 people, 4 is not enough. With 4, I don't be able to pay everything. I will make minus. I will lose money. But if you're 6 or 7 and you say, okay, we want to come in August. You want to come in September? Yes, you're welcome. You're always welcome. Um, yeah, I think September is always also a campaign, but yeah, the campaign in September is 3 weeks. So if you miss 5 days, that's okay. For me, it's okay. But that's the idea. So if you have that, so okay. So we have the dates, but now the most important, money, 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 money. How much does it cost? So I made the how it's called. I did the math, and I have approximately amount of money. So it's not exactly because it depends on how many people will join and when we will do this. But just for you to have an idea, where is it now? How much it could be? Is this one? Yes. So the budget tour will be around so this is it will be not more than that, or it could be exactly that, right? So it will be not a surprise that I will say budget tour 1,600. No, maximum 1,500. The 7 people group is 4,000 and the 40 people group is 3,000. So what's included? Everything except your flights. So the transport, the food, the hotels and everything. Except the budget tour. The budget was not the food really. The ideas with the food is like to make us as cheap as possible, as I said. So it could be that we say, okay, I buy with that money. So we have a hostel with breakfast, but without lunch or something. So then we go to the supermarket and we cook by ourselves. It could be also very fun. The 7 people tour also could be like we say, okay, do you want to be in a hotel and everybody got the one room? Or if you're a family, I can also rent like apartments and then you're all in one place, right? And then we also can cook together or whatever. And it's more as a family. Or as you say, oh man, it's enough that I see my family the whole day. I want to sleep alone. So we go to the hotel. So it's all the 7 people group tour is the most adjustable tour. So, for example, one of the groups that will come in October, they said, but we definitely want to see the branch. The branch is like 7 hours away. So I say, okay, so let's skip this or skip that. And then instead of that, let's go to the branch. No problem. It's a very, very adjustable tour. The 40 people tour group, it's impossible to adjust it because, yeah, I would just say, okay, 40, I would not discuss with 40 people what they like. I would just say, this is the tour, done. And then because if there are 40 people, there are 40 wishes. So, but with 7, and if they know together, that's pretty easy, right? Then we can meet and discuss. So these are the prices. This is the idea of the price, and this includes, yeah, the hotel, the transport, any tickets. Also, if we go to the museum, if we go to a philharmony for classic concert, whatever, it's also included. You don't have to pay that. What you have to pay if you buy some souvenir, right? Or if you want an extra meal or whatever, something like that. But everything that it's equal. So that's the idea. Yeah, that's the idea of my tour that I want to offer next year. If you say no, hey, we want to come for just we want to come and we don't only want to visit Germany, we want to visit more than Germany. We want to visit whole Europe because when we fly so far, yes, look at that. I made a website with a friend called jwguides.com with David, and we try to collect as many as possible local tour guides. So these Jehovah's Witnesses do local tours like I do in Berlin. Macy does in France, Marinko does in Croatia, Tony does in Rome, and so on and so on. So I can help you to organize a Europe tour. So you say, okay, I'm coming to Germany. So you visit Berlin, and then do you want to visit Amsterdam? Then let's call Marika, and then she will give you a tour in Amsterdam. Do you want to visit Paris? Let's call Macy. Do you want to visit Rome? Let's call Tony. Do you want to visit Israel? When we hope that the war will be end very soon. You want to Israel? Of course, let's go to David, right? That's the guy with who I'm doing this, and then you visit, and then you can visit all the things. So you pay for the plane here, and then you stay 2 or 3 days in Berlin and 2 or 3 days in Amsterdam, 2 or 3 days in Paris. That's all possible. It's all possible. So my goal with this, what I'm doing right now, is to show you that and to ask you spread the word. Tell the people, hey, why not doing holidays in Germany, right? Why don't get a very good, tasty German beer and some sauerkraut and pretzel and Wurst and whatever, and have some schnitzel and yeah, but also get the history of Jehovah's Witnesses, right? Because I think people don't really think of that Germany could be interesting and how different it is, right? So, um, yeah, you will see all this different, as I said, from highlands to the lakes and the sea, and then also the cities. So you will see different kind of people, different kind of places. It will be not just from one city to another city. It will be really, really interesting from yeah, different places. That's the idea. That's the goal. That's what I want to make more advertisement. And if this will work next year, then yeah, that would be cool. Then I can keep doing this. This will be my job still. It will be fantastic. And then stay doing my Zoom tours and yeah, writing a book, starting a podcast next week or in 2 weeks. Yeah, it's called, you know what I have? It's called ADHD. It's it's a little bit crazy. It's a little bit crazy not doing only one thing, but I love that. I love doing that. It's amazing. It's okay. uh, I don't know how you, I know you Americans are a little bit different, but in Germany we have a saying, don't do business with witnesses. It's a German thing, but I know that you think about this different. And I like that, and yeah, it's not business. It's like thanks to you, I can have my dream job and do this for a living. That's the thing. That's the thing. I don't want to become rich because, as Antoine de Saint-Exupéry in his book The Little Prince said, money is just painted paper, and we are happy because we change painted paper and happy that has different colors and different numbers on it. It's just paper, and it will be all burned soon, hopefully. And we don't have to think about. But until then, yeah, we need that. And I would love to do this, doing these tours with you, traveling around Germany. Or so, if you talk about Europe, I'm a specialist in Germany, Poland, and Czech. So if you want to do a Europe tour, I can go with you to Germany, Poland, all the places. You know, I'm from Poland, so I know everything. I've been so many times in Czech. I'm did great. So all this I can do with you. And if you want to go to Paris, so I would say, okay, I will not go with you because I don't speak French, but Macy will take care of you. If you go to Italy, I said, okay, maybe Italy I will go with you because I want to see Rome again. But I will not organize that. I will ask Tony, right? So you know what I mean. I can organize you more than just what I just showed you. We can do much more. We can go to Munich. We can do to different places. We can have a meeting. So if you're interested in one of these tours and you want to adjust, and then okay, write me, and then let's have a meeting together with you and your friends and family. And then I ask, okay, what you interested in, what you want to know, and you say, I want to have every day a beer tour. So okay, so let's have every day a beer tour, and then we have to go to different places. There are enough pubs. Or you say, I want to see every day a different concentration camp. Okay, so let's do that. Or I want to that, or I want to do this. I can, yeah, provide that for you. So think about the earlier you think about, the cheaper you get the flights, right? There's one weird thing that on Tuesday we realized is if you fly from Germany to the States and back, it's half price if you fly from the States to Germany and back. It's crazy. It's crazy. So for me, it's much cheaper to get to the States and going back than for you to come into Germany. So maybe we will find a solution how we can avoid that. I don't know. Maybe sometimes it's even cheaper that you book two flights, right? Than just so Germany. So book a flight from Germany to the States and back, and then from Germany to the States again. So maybe that's cheaper in that situation. You book one flight more that you don't use, but on the end you pay less money. You can think about that. Or if you say, Tomek, I don't know, Frankfurt is much a bigger airport, and the flights to Frankfurt are much cheaper than to Berlin. Yeah, then fly to Frankfurt. Let's talk about that. And then I pick you up, or I say, okay, so take the train. And in 4 hours with the train, you're in Berlin. And the train costs $50 and could be an idea. So I'm able, because I'm local, to explain all of that and make it easy for you to have a great, fantastic, yeah, holiday. So that's the idea. That's the idea. Um, if you have some questions, if anybody is on YouTube right now, I couldn't check, write it in the chat. I will answer that. Or if you have a question now, write in the chat or raise your hand. Any question that you're interested, or if you have an opinion, if you say, Tomek, how can you make this? This is much too expensive. Or you say, Tomek, how can you make this? You should take double price. Whatever. Give your opinion. Or if you have a request, whatever question you have, whatever question. Anita, I think you should be able to unmute yourself. Yes.
Hi, Thomas. I
Hi.
went with you. I was with you in Berlin and the trip this September. I just wanted to tell the ladies it was wonderful. It was really wonderful. He does a good job. He just doesn't know his shadow from his shade. But it was wonderful. Thank you, Tomas.
That was me, Anita. Now, there was a huge discussion for 3 days because I did not understood why you have in English different words for the same thing. Shadow and shade. Thanks, Anita. Thanks. Yeah. It was fun. In German, we have just one word for that, and Polish also. And in American or English, you make a difference between
The
shadow and
word
shade.
for everything.
Okay, let's try this, Anita. Okay, a shadow is what the human makes, and the shade is what the building makes.
I
Or is it
suppose so.
opposite?
You could say that.
I have no.
We use them interchangeably. It's okay.
Yeah.
It was very much fun. He's a lot of fun to be with, and he knows the ladies at the memorial by the Death Watch, or no, the Death March. That was a wonderful experience. We did the Death March, and then the lady who does the museum there came out, and she went and got her neighbor who's studying with the witnesses, and we went through the woods with her. It was so much fun. It was great.
And she was angry at me, right? Remember, she was angry at me
You didn't call.
Yeah, that she said, "Why did you call that you come with all the Americans? I would make some cake and coffee."
There were too many of us.
Yeah, that's why I didn't call her, because I knew, come on, 40 people, there would be a little.
Oh, that's one thing. That's one thing. I think your smaller tour sounds wonderful because there's so many places you can't go with 40 people.
Yeah.
It's just too much. Like leaving Sachsenhausen, we drove through a beautiful little village. That's my idea of a German village with, Tudor and perfectly clean cobblestone streets and geraniums everywhere. But we were too big of a tour. I think the 7-person one would be wonderful.
Yeah. It's also my favorite, to be honest. I would love to do that. It's not that it's the most expensive tour, but it's not the tour where I make the most money. But I like that. It's more
intimate.
Yeah, that's the word. Yeah, intimate and less stress. It's definitely less stress.
Well, especially for the brothers, it's too much to wrangle 40 people.
Yeah,
I really appreciate all your hard work, but yeah, there's some smaller places you want to see, and you can only see it with a small group.
Yeah.
But thank you. It was wonderful.
Thanks, Anita. Thanks. It was great. Thank you. So, Anita, how much money I have to pay you now for this advertisement?
No, I'm paying you. It was really wonderful. It was wonderful.
Thanks. Donna.
Hi. I'm looking at these prices here. These are not American dollars.
These are euros, but it's not a huge difference.
It's pretty much the same.
Okay.
It's pretty much so. If you check on what's on Google, the currency, it's pretty much the same. It's okay. Of course, it maybe could change. You have a new new president, you look at that, how the dollar's going down. You all get bankrupt.
It's only gonna last so long.
So, for example, the most expensive 4,000 euros is $4,200.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna try to recruit a bunch of my friends to come
Yeah,
on over
do
and
it,
do
do
this.
it,
I've never been over there. I've never been to Europe,
do it.
and
We're
I
gonna
have
go.
family members who have, and my younger sister is she's studying with me right now and about to get baptized soon. And she's been to Germany. She's been to Dortmund years ago. So I'm going to try to get her to come with me.
So, you don't have to be a witness to be on that tour.
Okay.
You don't have to be a witness. No, definitely not. Um, and if you have families with kids, with small kids, let me know because in Germany there are some things that sometimes tickets are cheaper for kids or hotel rooms are cheaper for kids. So then maybe it would be lower price for kids, right? So I can't promise it right now. It depends on which hotel. So I will have check every all of them, but it could be. And I give you so today I had this tour in Sachsenhausen. I had this tour in Sachsenhausen. I said this before when we did the first tour here. And yeah, one of the mothers called me and she said, yeah, my daughter just basically told us that she don't want to go to the meetings anymore, but she joined that tour. And after the tour, she said, oh, maybe I have to rethink about that.
Ah,
So I don't want to promise you anything, but when you will take young ones, so this was not when Anita was where all there were no 15 years old kids, right, Anita? There
We
were
were geezers.
yeah.
oh,
So
Anita, can I ask what tour did you take?
Uh, Berlin. We went through Germany, the Czech Republic, and Poland.
Okay. I would love to go to Poland. I have ancestors in Poland.
yeah, so I can show where I'm from Poland. So
You in
I yeah, I was born in Poland. So you know the brothers who did this tour where Anita was on the end, they confessed that because this was the first time I did this with them, so they didn't know me they didn't know me yet. And I said, man, if you knew, we would take you for the whole trip.
was
But it was, yeah, they had to first to get to me. No, well, that's absolutely okay. So here we have Berlin. Here we have Berlin. And here's Krakow, a very beautiful city. You've been in Krakow, right, Anita, with the team, with the group?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, with
Yeah.
the beautiful gardens and the
Yeah.
horse carriages and
And
the
Velička,
gate.
the soul, right? And from Krakow is not far away here. Here's Krakow, second beautiest city in Poland is Auschwitz. So this is where is Auschwitz. And this is where I was born, here. So I'm just less than 1 hour away from Auschwitz. This is where I was raised as
Oh,
a kid.
wow.
Yeah.
My
My,
grandfather is from Poznan.
that's here. That's in the middle. Yeah,
Okay.
Posen. So it's just Poznan, just 3 hours away from Berlin with a train with a car. And then you have Warsaw, that's from Poznan to Warsaw, it's also 3 hours. And my favorite city in Poland is Danzig. We go there every year. It's a beautiful town. We have friends there. So I'm more there than back and home because for my family, the grandparents all died, and nobody's a witness. So yeah, not really traveling very often there. But we like that. So yeah, I know Poland by heart, all the places. I've been everywhere in Poland as a pioneer. In Poland, we had for years organized. So I was 6 when we went to Germany, but my parents were who started a Polish group congregation in Germany. So I have to learn Polish and everything. And Poland had because it's the same. You don't really see this, but Poland has the same size like Germany, if you talk about square kilometers, but only half of the people living there, which means there are a lot of places where people have never preached. So what Poland was organizing the branch for years it was called pioneer camps. It stopped now because it's not needed anymore. But pioneer camps, it was 1, 2 elders and then 20 young ones, 15, 16, 17. And only baptized could join, and you have to be a pioneer. So you did the 60-hour pioneer in 10 days. And it was amazing. So, and thanks to this pioneers, I've been everywhere. I've been on all these places. Every holidays, school holidays, I went to Poland to join this pioneer camps. It was so cool. And so that's why I know also these small places. I've been here, look at that. I've been here in Suwałken. I will never remember and forget that. And from Suwałken, we walked this way to the Russian border and preached to the truck drivers. I've been in a pioneer camp in Belarus here, Terespol, Brest. They kicked us out. This was crazy. I was stopped by the police. I was with the local mafia in the same restaurant. It was crazy. It was so cool stories, and all these places. So yes, if you want to go to Poland, here I am.
Oh,
It's no,
wow.
so my
Yeah,
wife is from this part here. It's closer to Ukraine. So
She's way too cute.
yeah,
I
yeah, definitely. I got more lucky
don't know
than
how you got her. She's so cute.
so this is Poland would be an add-on. Am I
Sorry
correct?
again.
It would be an add-on, an additional tour with
Um,
additional hotels.
so if you have a group of 7 and you say, okay, let's do this luxury, this the 7th group tour, then we can discuss. Then we can say,
Okay.
okay, let's skip this or that, or let's add 1 or 2 days and let's do that. And so it's, a small group tour is always adjustable,
Okay.
right? And
Yeah.
even if, let's say you're just 2 people. So what I can do is, okay, let's do for 2 people just Berlin, and I can prepare a trip in Poland, and I will not join because that would be expensive for you, right? But I can tell you, okay, go this and this hotel and go there, so that I can prepare and give you an idea where you have to go, what you have to visit, and then you also, for example, can do this by yourself if you want. That's also possible,
Oh,
right?
okay. Mm-hmm.
I got here some questions in the chat. Darren, yes, okay. Will we need to exchange currency? Yes. Um, Poland accepts all kind of cards and everything works fantastic. In Germany, sometimes, right, Anita, there were some situation where you needed cash. Germany is, but not so much, right?
I saw no problem at all. Only because they're both euros.
Yeah.
And only
No, Poland is no euro. Poland is no
oh,
euro.
they're the one with the funny money. I've got a
Yeah.
little piece of that left, and I don't know what it is. It's not circular, and it has a 2 on it. It's got lots of edges. What would that be?
That's Czech.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
Czech.
okay.
Czech has the funny money. Yeah.
It is funny
Yeah.
money.
So basically, if you come here, I always recommend to check with your bank before and tell them, hey, I'm going to Germany, and what kind of card should I use? Because sometimes is the credit card cheaper, sometimes is the debit card cheaper, sometimes is whatever cheaper. And there's also the difference that mostly when you pay with your card, and they ask you, do you want to pay in euro or do you want to pay in dollar or in the currency you're coming from, Australia, Canada, whatever. And then check with your bank, because and then the bank will tell you, oh, it's always, please always choose euro or please always choose dollar, because then I think mostly it was dollar, because then your bank will do the currency exchange, and that mostly is in a better favor for you than Germany will do this. But it depends on your bank. So, and of course, some cash is always good to have with you, right? For the tips, for example, but basically 90% works with cards. Yeah.
They do tip. They do tip in Germany, right? I know
Yes.
in Spain they don't trip. They don't tip in Spain. I love Spain. No tips.
Yeah. Now in Germany, so with the tip, you show how much you like the service. So when you don't tip, you say to the waiter, you did a bad job. That's the idea. So this is
And
so you don't say thank you, you give money.
I use the Navy Federal card because there's no charge for the exchange. Some
Yeah,
banks, some cards are good that way.
yeah. Check it out before. Right. It's always good. Oh, Remy, did you raise your hand? I got a message in the chat that you raised your hand, Remy. You should be.
I was
Yes.
thinking, because tomorrow I have a card shift, so I will be there around 5:30 to 7:30. Is there anything that I can catch up with the thing tomorrow?
Yeah, everything is always recorded on YouTube, and you can always for 1 week watch it on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
All my tours are always on YouTube then for 1 week
Oh, in
available.
YouTube.
Yeah. And
Under your
after,
name, right?
yes, yes.
Oh,
If
okay.
you go on my website and you just go down, there's also the link to YouTube,
Oh,
right?
okay.
Yeah.
See.
And it's always 1 week for free, and then later you have to subscribe to watch it. But if you make it in the first week, it's for free.
Oh.
Yeah.
But if I will subscribe, it's okay because that will go to you, right?
Yes,
Okay.
definitely yes,
It's not
definitely
going
yes.
to it's not going to them.
Or a part of that money also goes to YouTube. They also it's a billionaire company, so they have to make money. They're so poor people. They need more. You know what the problem with money is?
Mhm.
If you have a house and you buy stuff, there will be a moment that nothing fits anymore in your house. This will never happen with your bank account. There's
See.
there's no end.
I see.
The greedy has no end.
I see.
So that's why billionaires have to need. That's why they need more money.
Okay. But anyway, you're talking about how could I fly from Canada? Example, if I would like to come, how Canada to not to US. You are living in where are you living?
Germany, Berlin
Oh, you're in Berlin. So we have to fly from the place we are and meet you in
to
Berlin.
Berlin. Yes, 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 yes,
Oh,
yes,
okay,
yes.
okay, okay, okay,
And
okay.
then you get the in person to here. Yeah,
Oh,
definitely.
I see.
Or you can fly to Paris, for example, stay 1, 2 days in Paris, and then from Paris you come with a train or with a cheaper flight to Berlin, right? So
Oh,
yeah.
so what is
Or,
the cheapest to come to Berlin from Canada?
oh, I don't know. Because as I said, the thing is that the flights from Europe to
Mm-hmm.
Canada and America are cheaper than the flights from Canada and America to Europe.
Ah, okay, 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 okay.
So the price when I checked the prices, and I always said, "Hey, wait, that's pretty cheap," and then I realized, "Oh no, the friends in America pay sometimes double," and I can't tell you why. It's pretty travel insurance. There's in the chat. Travel insurance and medical insurance is on us, of course. Yeah, do you have recommendations? And so I have also an insurance. In Germany's, but my insurance, I have to check again. But my insurance works well. So when you come and I will destroy some of your stuff, then my insurance will pay. I think when the car got broken, the insurance will pay. But if you got sick, then it's your problem.
I think it's our
That's
personal insurance too,
yeah, yeah,
right? Yeah.
yeah. So I don't know how it's in America works because in Germany, my normal so in Germany everybody has to have an insurance. In Germany, it doesn't work. In Germany, you can't stay in Germany longer than 3 months without having an insurance. So if you want or not, you have an insurance and you have to pay for it. And I like that because that insurance is not really very expensive comparing what you got. Because with that insurance, everything is paid, right? If I pay right now I pay 220 euros for me and my wife, and I can stay with that money for 5 months in the hospital, and I pay one and in the hospital I will pay then 10 euros a day. no matter what I got. So, I got a heart surgery and I paid $10. So
Yeah, ours is hundreds of thousands of dollars.
yeah. And that insurance also works where other places. So with that same insurance, I go to America and I have to pay, I think, also then for every day 10 euros when I'm in America. And then if I need heart surgery in America, it's also paid. So that's pretty cool. I think that was the thing that Obama tried to create, right? This Obamacare.
Oh.
But this works in Germany very well. So I have no idea how it's from the States, what you need exactly, what kind of insurance. But I really recommend to have an insurance, right? You never know. I think Anita, right, in that group you can.
I had insurance in the bank and I had insurance at work. But if
See,
I travel, I always buy my own private
okay.
insurance.
They hooked us up with travel insurance that would
Yeah,
cover,
you have to buy that thing.
that would cover emergencies also.
Yes.
And before I left for your trip, I completed my cremation arrangements, and they shipped them back. You need to do that for your kids.
Anita!
Do that for your kids so they don't have to mess with it.
Yeah, right.
So before I came to see you, I made sure. Yeah.
So this is what you thought about that
Do you
tour.
want to be cremated in the concentration camp?
Yeah.
Right there in the burner. It's okay.
Want to visit Dhaka when you want.
I'm going to.
It's an important thing to do.
Funny, Anita.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, we have also in Germany. Another insurance, which it's basically focused on car owners, but everybody can have it, and it's cost 120 euros a year. So it's 10 euros a month, and that's a great thing. It's if you a friend of mine, he was on a bike trip in Italy, had an accident, broke his arm, and he was flew back home by an helicopter for free.
Wow.
That was in this insurance that costs you 10 euros a month.
Nice.
Oh.
I didn't know it. My sons pay over $2,000 a month for their family health insurance.
What?
Over $2,000 a month.
Oh.
So how much is salary? 5,000? 50,000 a month?
Ours is ridiculous.
So in Germany,
I don't even go, I have insurance, but I don't even go to doctors. I'm not doing that.
In Germany, the insurance is based on how much you earn. So the more money you earn, the more money you pay the insurance. So I pay the minimum because I don't earn so much money. And the minimum is 220, but also on the end there's also a limit. So the maximum that you have to pay, and in that is also then your whole family included. Doesn't matter if you have 0 kids or 15 kids. Doesn't care. The maximum is, I think, 700 or 800 euros a month. But this is what you pay when you earn, I think, 4,000 euros.
Really?
Yeah, when you
right?
So it's
Is that a
I think
week or a month?
it's a little bit less than 1/4 of your income you pay for the insurance for the whole family.
Oh, okay, I see.
Something like that.
I see.
And that's for a year, 700?
No, for a month.
Per month, 700.
But then you also your income is like 4,000 or 5,000 euros a month. Right? So it depends how the more you earn, the more you pay.
Hard to live on that here.
Oh yeah, in Germany it's getting
Quite a little bit expensive than Canada.
No. But Rosemary, you have a question.
Yes, sir. My question has to do with the standard of care that is given based on the insurance you have. Because sometimes when you pay for the lowest, well, you get the lowest standard of care. And if the queen, the king comes in, or the multi-million-dollar person comes in, he may get the luxury care. So can you give some information on that, please?
Yeah, so I think it depends where you come from, right? So in Germany, it doesn't matter if so I'm paying right now 220 and I will get the same care that the guy is paying 800. It doesn't matter. Of course, you can pay additional private insurance, right? That you say, I pay additional, I have enough money, and if I will be in a hospital, I want a room where I will be alone. I don't want anybody in my room. Then you pay hundreds and thousands. That's something that's your luxus, right? That's also exists if you
They
want.
have wards. They have wards in your hospitals.
The
A
what?
ward. A ward. It's a big room where they have lots of beds. Do they have wards or just?
Yeah, maximum I think that I have ever been were 4 people. That's the
Here the most
maximum.
is two. Here the most is two.
Okay, here it's 4, and then if you want to be completely alone, then you have to pay extra. Yeah. But I think this insurance thing you have to check in your country because that insurance that I have is only for German residents. So you have to be here to have to live here. You can't say I want the same insurance that Tomek have for 10 days. That's impossible.
There's the brother and sister that I booked through. They got me just coverage. So I got home alive. They didn't have to ship me in a can. It's okay.
Okay.
But don't worry about dying there. You'll have so much fun. It'll be worth it.
Yeah, absolutely. So, if there is there some more questions? Because if not, it's 2 a.m. in my place. My computer is already blinking that my battery is going low and it will switch off in a minute.
Nighty night.
So I would say thank you everybody for joining. Thank you for being here. Thank you for having
Thank
fun
you,
with me.
everyone.
I go
Thank
sleep.
you.
Think about that. Come to Germany. See you maybe tomorrow on the Zoom tour, right? And think about joining. And also write me messages. If you say, hey, Tomek, can we talk about this? Can we talk about the price? Whatever. Everything is adjustable. Everything what's possible to make, I will make it. And what's not, I will still make it.
You're so nice.
Thank you
you.
very much.
Good
Ciao.
Thank
Ciao.
you.
Thank you.
Tomek,
Thank
did you
you.
get the
Thank you.
Thank you.
Tomek, did you get Pravda, Toszka?
No, again?
Did you get the book Pravda?
Ah, yes, it was not for me. It was for somebody else. So yes, he got
Okay.
it. He got it. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. Ciao, ciao.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye.
And also bye
Bye.
on YouTube.